3 includes our next steps of creating the assignment in the gradebook. So I'm inside Synergy TeacherVUE gradebook, and we're going to enter scores from the Illuminate report that we just looked at. First step here, again, recognize that if it looks a little odd, I'm kind of cutting off certain areas, so I'm not revealing some confidential information. But if we jump into the gradebook here, and we're in gradebook main, the first step here is that we need to enter an assignment. We can do that here from the gradebook screen. Second item is new assignment. You can also do that from the plus sign of create new assignment here. So we're going to give the assignment a name. So if this was module 1 and assessment, we could describe it here. We could associate the date that we actually had the students take it. These are essentials though. This one here, we need to associate. We should really be keeping them all within the same thing. If we're entering assessments for standards-based grading and only judging students' work based on assessments, then that's going to be consistent throughout. This is even more important though. The score type has to be based on the standards rubric. We're not going to base things on letter grades or percentages or raw total point scoring. There's even a prior rubric score type that we've identified as outdated, obsolete. Don't use standards rubric. So this is the one to select every time. When we're operating in a gradebook in standards mode, we want to stay consistent on that score type. So we know we're entering scores out of 4. 1 score out of 4 for each standard. That's our target. So our max score and point total can stay consistent 4 and 4, just like it was in Illuminate 4 and 4. So now the next step, and again I apologize because your screen's cut off. Actually I can zoom out here, show you that. The next step is to look at the standards correlations. So we need to choose standards for this. If you're not seeing them all, then we should have a link that says all standards. If we've narrowed the list down, then we could go directly to that narrowed list. But we're starting from Common Core Math standards, and there are all the grade levels associated with it. So if we jump into this one, we know we were working within operations and algebraic thinking. And so here we are. Now notice I don't have the benefit of looking at the numbers 1, 2, 3. I can add that benefit by going to the options show codes. So there they're showing up. Now the gradebook's organized under 3 levels of standards. You have the child standard here, the individual standard. Those are grouped within clusters, and the clusters are grouped within domains. So I know that I'm going to select standard 1 through 8, skipping standard 2. That was highlighted in the last video. Screen jumps a little bit as it resets. So you just saw me click on and click off because the screen moved between my clicks. So just let it catch up. It'll jump a couple times and then we can go to the next one. Okay, so if we have standards 1 through 8 minus standard 2 assessed, then we should have a total of 7 standards, which it displays here. So that's a good way to check to see if you got them all.